Welcome to the day in the life of a teacher during Ramadan. As you'll see, my day starts at 5:30, which is actually later than normal, but at that time I'm far too asleep to do any sort of talking, so I thought I'd do a commentary instead. I have the same breakfast, which is 2 Weetabix, milk and honey, followed by 3 scrambled eggs. I've had the same breakfast now for 5 years and it's not changed. So I'm not fasting, which some of my colleagues are, so I thought I'd just share this so that you could see straight away how my life is a little bit different. After that, I then start getting things ready for the day ahead. It's going to be a busy day, so I sort out my flask and then make sure my bags are packed. Once I've done that, I then start by making a couple of teas for my partner and I, and then I sit on the sofa to just type away at some YouTube admin, such as emails and other bits and pieces for content planning.
Good morning guys, I hope you're well. I have got lots of plans for today. It's going to be quite a busy day. I've got gym first thing in the morning, which the longer mornings due to the Ramadan timetable now permit. Then after that we've got school straight after, and then after school I'm hoping to do a little bit of work for YouTube and things like that, and I'll explain later on. Then I'm actually going to be going to an Iftar. It is Ramadan at the moment, as you probably know by clicking onto this video, which means there's Iftars, and even though I'm not Muslim, I can still go to them and they're incredible. So I will look forward to that. I've got a couple of members of staff in year 3 who are fasting at the moment, so it's really nice to be able to go there with those guys and experience Iftar. So it's going to be quite a busy day, but it's going to be quite productive at the same time. So let's go to the gym to start off with. So one thing I like gymming at this time is it's so quiet. You can drink in the gyms because it's considered private. It's a bit strange, especially when it's busy. I try to not come just before Iftar because that's when most people come, and I feel a bit bad drinking in front of people when they're probably really wanting to. So that workout was not the best. I had a flat tyre on the way to work today, and I've had a flat tyre blow out on me on the motorway here in Dubai, which is scary. So I've got to try and get that sorted first thing in the morning, and I think I was just sort of overthinking that this morning. So things to do. Okay, flat tyre is sorted. It's hot at the moment, which is why, even though I had AC in the car, I'm sweating. So I've got a few things to sort in. A couple of things to say about what the difference is in terms of Ramadan here in the UAE, especially in schools. So in class, if I had any children who were fasting, which for the first time ever I don't, I wouldn't be able to have a drink inside the classroom because that's considered a public place if there was a fasting child in here, and neither would the children. The children would need to keep their water bottles outside of the classroom, and they'd need to go and have their drinks and things like that outside of the classroom. When it comes to break times and lunch times, those children who are fasting would then go to another designated area so that they don't have to watch everyone else eating when they're fasting, which makes sense and is fair. It's something that isn't often thought about in the UK as much. I've had children who are fasting in the UK, and I'll be completely honest with you, hadn't even thought about it properly until I came here to the UAE and thought, yeah, I should have put things in place in the UK. So that's a couple of differences. Other than that, there's obviously the normal COVID rows, which is still not ideal. It's not what I like teaching with. And just being cautious about eating in the corridors and things like that. They even goes to, on break times outside, not anymore, it's too hot. You wouldn't be able to go and eat and drink as a member of staff outside because that's still a public place. So a few things that are different during Ramadan. I've got some printing to get sorted, resources and bits and pieces like that for the day ahead. And yeah. That has been the best buy I think I've ever done during teaching. Like it's been so good during Ramadan, so that I'm not messing around with going to fill things up, bringing like hot drinks through school. Yeah, one of those things that I definitely recommend. So the day is finished. One of the things I forgot to mention about Ramadan timetable is just how different the day is. The day is significantly shorter. So what I mean by that is the day starts kind of an hour and a half later, which then means a little bit of a lie-in, or I go to the gym, and then the day finishes a little bit earlier, kind of like a half an hour earlier. So it's almost like an hour off either side if you kind of calculate things correctly. So what that means is school day itself is really fast, meaning that the lessons, I'll have a half an hour lesson instead of an hour lesson, or a 40-minute lesson instead of an hour lesson. So things are very fast. It's been a good day though, really good day. Today we started off with an English lesson, which was researching Stone Age animals, which the children have really been asking me to do. It's been really good, really enjoyed that. And then from there we had some maths, non-unitary fractions, so like 3/4 of 20 or something along those lines, and answering questions about that. And then from there we did some free writing, but free writing on tables, which the children really blew me away with. Some really good vocabulary coming from that. And yeah, it's just been a really good all-round day. Children had some EIT as well and some Arabic, so it's been a busy day for them as well. Today, I've got a little bit of something to do at the end of the day here in school. I'm going to film a video for some sort of assembly/flag thing that I'm doing. And then I'm going to go and do some work for YouTube after work, because of course finishing the day earlier then permits that, which is great. After that then, Iftar, which I'm really excited for. It's like an Indian Iftar, so India, Middle East. It'll be really good, and I'll show you that soon. Video is filmed. Now it's time to go and do my own work. So I've just finished working. It's really hot in One Life, which is my favourite cafe here in Dubai. It's in Dubai Design District, which is just outside of downtown, which is where I live. It's been really good. I really like that cafe because it's nice and light and natural. The coffee's really good, and you get free water, which you don't at lots of UAE restaurants and cafes. I've been working on Guide 2, which is all about what to do when you move here to the UAE, to Dubai. It's an absolute monster of a guide. I'm really excited to share it though. If you've not checked out Guide 1, which is all about getting a job as a teacher here in the UAE/Dubai, I'm going to link it down in my bio, so feel free to check that one out. And the cafes are quite different at the moment, just because you can actually eat and drink in the cafes without any coverings in the windows, which it was last year. So it's quite different, because technically you're still in public eating and drinking, which seems a bit weird. I don't really like doing that because I kind of feel a little bit bad, but it's just a bit different, I suppose. So the plan is to go home, get changed, and then from there go to Iftar, which I'm really excited for. So ready for Iftar? I'm going for trousers because I want to be a little bit more modest. I'd normally wear shorts, especially with the summer, but yeah, I think it's better. I'm not going to film really whilst I'm there. I'll probably get some shots of the food, and yeah, after Iftar. This one not coming. It's a staff one. So the Iftar was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. There were lots of starters, lots of variation with the starters. The lighting inside the restaurant was terrible, so I didn't actually get much decent footage. So here's some photos of the food they normally do. They did have a really nice butter chicken, chicken tikka for the starters, but the Iftar itself was just a really nice experience, and it's always good to catch up with members of staff and team and things like that. So it's been a good day. It's been a good day and a productive day, and that is a typical Ramadan day in the life, I guess. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, those sorts of things, but I'm ready prepared for another day at school tomorrow. See you in the next video. Amen.